what is self-love? The reason I want to talk about this is because I have come into a deeper understanding myself as a result of my own cleaning up of my self-conscious and going deeper into a connection with divine love. And I have realized that self-love is something very, very different than the way it's commonly spoken of. So the way it's commonly spoken of, self-love, is like, I love myself. How can I love myself? In my observation and experience, it's this way of looking at who I am, what I do, what do I like about myself? Let me appreciate myself. And that's a very good practice. It makes us feel emotionally better about ourselves. And so that feels like self-love, because love is this place of feeling emotionally better. But that is like totally not the half of it of what self-love is. In fact, that is a way of reverse engineering a counterfeit of self-love. So here's what self-love really is. And I'm speaking from experience here. When we find how to connect with the energy of divine love in the center of our being, this is not a visualization. This is not a religion. This is not a practice in the sense of, it's not a ritual. It's none of these things that happen on the physical plane. Connecting with divine love, the energy of divine love, is an inner experience. It takes an awareness skill. And when we find how to operate that awareness skill, and the energy of divine love opens up in the center of our being, it changes the way we feel. Now, what is self? Okay, there's a lot of things we could talk about what is self. But on the fundamental wordless experience level, self is this space that I occupy and operate. And so here is really what self-love is. When we connect with divine love in the center of our being, that energy starts to condition the inner space that is our like personal pod of energy, that is our self, our little sanctuary, our room in which we abide. That divine love energy starts to condition that space to be relaxed, calm, peaceful, lovely, safe. And it's a strength of our energy field. So I discovered this because I was, my connection with divine love energy started to open up bigger, and I started to hold it consistently. And what happened was I felt the energy of self being conditioned to this lovely paradisical place that I'm just walking around with a little sanctuary. That is my sense of self, with no visuals and no words, just the feeling of this energy that I can breathe inside, feel this gentle, soft, safe space inside that I was walking around in. And what the other place that I got stronger was where when something would happen in my day, it wouldn't distract me from this inner feeling place. Instead of going to my head to get like the damage control resources out, or, you know, the intellectual processing out, instead of that, I would breathe back into the soft space inside myself. And then I found that in my relationships, my close relationships and my friendly acquaintances, everything in between, I had natural patience and love, even when people were doing something that would previously make me feel defensive or afraid or irritated. I actually had no reaction like that at all. I just felt peaceful and soft and in love and responded to them from that place. So big deal, big aha, big revelation. Self-love is actually the way that our energy feels when it's conditioned by connection with divine love. Now, looking at the converse of that, when we're not feeling the connection with divine love, which we're not typically taught how to do that in everyday society, then the energy of self is not being conditioned by divine love. So as we walk around with our energy field not being conditioned by divine love, what is happening instead? Well, what's happening instead is that we're feeling kind of empty in the place where we would have felt full from that connection with divine love. We're feeling a sense of maybe I'm not loved because of that emptiness. It's a very subconscious thing. Thank you. It's a very subconscious thing, but our sense of self-worth is compromised because of the lack of love that we're really designed to feel that love in the center of our being. So when we're not, we miss it. And the way we experience missing it is by feeling this lack of self-worth. That's one thing. And then what happens is that we crave comfort. That's fine. We're designed to be comfortable because we're designed to be in that connection with divine love energy, which gives us perfect comfort. So it's not wrong that we want to, that we want to feel comfort. But the problem is that when we're not feeling that connection with divine love, the only place we know where to look for comfort or start to try to condition, reverse engineer a nice condition in our self energy is by having nice emotional reactions to what is going on in our situational experience. And that's what leads to controlling behaviors and attachment and codependency in our relationship. And when someone interrupts what we're doing, we can be a little bit upset. We need more control over what's going on in our situation because our energetic space comfort is being reverse engineered from having a comfortable situation. Yes, we can look for comfort in all the wrong places. So, and it's really hard and sad to try to experience self-love in that disconnected place because we are always fighting against this secret emptiness in the center of our being. And so we end up feeling like we have to become someone lovable instead of that we are someone lovable inherently. And when we find our way to that place of connection with divine love and we start to experience our inherent worth and inherent lovability from that relationship with the divine, that's when true healing happens. So thank you so much for being here with me as I share this, and enjoy your day.